I'm ready.
Alright, guess I'm ready too.
Alright, standard countdown as usual. In 3, 2, 1, go!
Good luck, have fun.
I poked my head out of the
Good
gutter.
luck.
One, free
Have
to get
fun,
sucking
guys.
his paint shovel shit in my face. Go get some sleep. What are you gonna do? I'll drop by your office tomorrow and we can start sorting this
So,
mess
ladies
out.
and gentlemen, you are here to witness the first race of the evening. We have 3 races lined up. In this race, we have Iguana versus Cazpersky. Both runners having a pretty good time. They are 1 minute and 2 hours apart in their PB. Kaz just fell off his bike and that's going to cost him the cutscene, I think. Did it? I didn't see the cutscene. Maybe it... whatever. Also, I should turn off that bleeps, you're right.
Hello?
Hello.
Does this work? Oh yeah, it works. Hi. So yeah, hello everyone.
Hello there. We have Power Slave Alphonse joining us on commentary. My name is SSU. Let me do something real quick.
Nice bike. No, my bike!
So, Power Slave Alphonse, are you excited about this race?
Obviously, yes. We got pretty close PB, so that should be pretty decent.
Yeah, we had a couple of races in the past few days where the PBs differed by about a minute, and those races turned out to be pretty close for the most part. So I think if this is a repeat of history, then we're in for a good watch.
Maybe.
Right now, Iguana pulling slightly ahead of Kaz, but it doesn't seem like it's a lot.
I think both got an unlocked ambulance, which is...
See you around.
So Power Slave Alphonse, do you know of any history of these runners? How long have they been running for, and what are their strengths and weaknesses, do you know?
Not really, I just know Iguana is relatively new from what I... Cazpersky has been around a bit, but mostly doing this. And that's pretty much all I know. As I'm pretty uninformed here.
Yeah, me too. I'm not a very good commentator for this, but I'll try my best. It looks like Iguana is gradually, slowly putting ahead of Kaz, but it's hard to tell. I feel like the distance between them increased slightly.
I think the streams are offset a bit. Like, I think Iguana started a bit early as well.
Yeah, that's true. My timer is synced with Iguana, and by the time Iguana finished loading, Kaz hadn't even started loading yet, so I think Kaz is like a 2-second, what's the word? Handicap.
One thing you gotta realize about this,
But we'll
town,
compensate
we got
for that.
Cazpersky, local gun shop. It's a couple of blocks away.
got a locked ambulance, by the way.
Oh, you did.
That explains the lagging behind. I wasn't paying attention for the start of this run. I never do. I always miss the very first few seconds. Iguana finishing a back alley brawl. Let's see if he can walk in the cutscene. Yes.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
Also,
Kaz is arriving at the gun shop.
that also explains the difference in time of day.
It does, yeah. It's a bright day out at Cazpersky's site, but Iguana is in the dead of night. Personally, I think that road looks a lot prettier at night.
Because of all the neon lights and artificial light.
Alright, and Kaz did get the cutscene despite falling off his scooter right in front of the hotel, but
Gotta give him a ring, man. Set up the deal,
you know, pro gaming.
You okay, Leo? Sound kinda different.
Just tell me where you are.
Who the hell is this? Put Leo on, man.
Leo's gone away for
So Kaz only got an admiral there, but because they both started the rampage after picking up the phone, they got enough time for that to not be an issue. Because race safety and all.
Oh no. Okay, never mind.
I hate this thing. Dumb Florida moron.
Can that car actually sometimes kill you? If that happens?
No, he's not guilty.
Nice.
I guess if it just stops on top of you, then yes. I would imagine so. I don't know if we need to explain Jury for a dupe here.
I guess we should, if they, in case there's any newcomers. So what happens there is they did some black magic with phone calls and missions, and that causes the game to freak out. And that can be used to start Jury Fury twice at the same time. And what happens then is, because you need to destroy vehicles, but it started the mission twice, so the vehicles spawn on top of each other, damaging each other, and therefore passing the mission, because the mission requires you to damage the vehicles. It's actually, it's not an insta-pass, but it's pretty funny actually.
Iguana there getting a bit unlucky, trying to death warp and survived with 1 HP.
Oh man. Kaz actually has a lot of HP too, but the scooter, the Fazio,
He parked close enough.
Yeah.
Because I think the barrel alone does a maximum of 83 damage, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what I thought. I had 83 health.
I know.
I guess you need to be standing like right inside of the barrel, right on top of it, if you want to get the full health loss.
Okay. Good day, senor.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, that caught Kaz to catch up a little there. We see Iguana driving back past the palm tree at 8:12, and then Kaz will drive past the palm tree at 8:24, so that's a 12-second difference. Also, there's many palm trees, but I meant the one that's right next to the dock.
Also, we do see a pistol skip from both on it.
That's right, a newly implemented strategy where runners will use the chainsaw given to them by the mission as opposed to a very weak pistol that you have to pick up. And since these are both top tier runners, it is very likely to assume that they will be executing most, if not all, of the top tier strats.
Yeah, basically anything that's safe enough for a race, they probably will try.
Yeah, my bet is that the person pulling ahead will probably go for the safer route, and the person behind, when the end of the race comes near, they might be, I gotta, take the efforts to actually win this, and they might actually go for the risky strats. But who knows? Maybe the person ahead will also go like, I can do the risky strats.
And meanwhile, both have fallen off their bike, so that cancels each other.
Yep. For a second there, I thought Kaz missed that copyright, but good thing the hitbox is quite large.
It's pretty generous, yeah. I also thought he would run over the pedestrian, but he just missed her, I think. As if you run over too many pedestrians on the way back there, you might just keep the one star a little too long and have before you can start the next mission.
Yeah, I don't think it's an issue if you run over one before you pick up the copyright though.
Yeah, it's probably not.
The iguana here going to do chainsaw the French guy in the back. And very clean. His bike went the other way though, so he went for one of the fixed bikes.
I don't know if he tried to block his path with the bike, like Ben once did randomly. If that was that's just how you park your bike nowadays. Because yeah, what Cazpersky...
The idea, yeah, what Kaz did, I think that's the general idea, what you do. You jump off the bike, and then the bike rolls to where you're going to kill the French guy. And despite it falling over, it's still faster to take that bike than to get one of the fixed bikes further down.
Yeah, because you have to turn around the fixed bike as well.
Exactly, and Kaz's bike actually pointed the right way as well, so that saved a lot of time.
Okay, they both didn't mess up the replay, because that happens to some people, that you make a replay over an invisible icon and then you're just off by a few pixels. Slightly frustrating when that happens.
You must be Cortez's new gun.
Until more gainful opportunities arise. They'll be here any minute. We both better get a
Should
good
be noted that both runners have done one race in the tournament so far, according to my data, and both have won their race. So one of these two people is going to have to settle with a loss and reduce their 100% win rate, and the other one will have 2 races won. But who?
Time will tell, unless they tie somehow.
Yes, tying is possible. If you get the same seconds, and then I don't know what. I guess they'll just yeah, we'll just go with the tie. But ties are really uncommon in speedrunning. I've not seen as many as I would think, but they do happen.
There could have been some in the old tournament where like both people resigned or something. I don't know. I don't remember it.
Yes, that could be an option where both of them have a game crash or something and they won't redo their race. Although I think if both of them have a game crash, then a rematch will happen.
Usually, yes. And we saw both players again go for the grenades here, where they just have to look at Diaz for the mission to not fail.
Don't just stand there, you pricks! Chase that dickhead down! I live, dickheads! And it's all down to you. What is your name?
Tommy.
I see you soon, amigo.
Let me take a look at the 5 city leaderboards and see if I can find any tie on there. We have a tie for the 29th place between Spelter and Burak with the 56.02. Both of them are actually in this tournament.
I want to thank you for looking out for me, my man. I had that prickle said he said you're the real deal, my friend.
Nice. Should they race against each other, that would be a pretty close race, probably.
Yeah. But still, I had to scroll all the way down to the 29th spot on the leaderboards just to find a tie. So they do happen, but there's one. There's only a few on this list of 204 people. Maybe only that one. I haven't checked the rest. So the chances of it happening in a full in a race is rare.
Meanwhile, both got the gate zip without any issue.
And both have a red and furnace for extra speed.
Yes, red is a frame faster. Blue is only faster when it's raining, but it's not raining, so.
You're all mine, tough guy. Loser! You better keep on running, asshole! Hurry up, yo! Okay, old man, okay.
So Cazpersky has a red BF injection here, which is faster, and Iguana has a blue BF injection, which would be faster when it's raining, but now Iguana is going to have to drive it into the water, and because the blue BF injection is more water resistant, doing this drop is actually slower. So you don't want to get a blue BF injection, but there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, it's just the way RNG goes sometimes. Also, this trick is called the Adam Zip because way back in the day, Adam AK used to do it, and then people didn't do it for several. And then the game was rerouted again because people found it to be faster.
One is left to wonder if Cazpersky trying to squeeze his BF injection through that tiny gap is actually faster than just getting out and running. It's certainly cooler though.
Style points technically would go a long way, but the timer doesn't lie.
Hey, Sonny, how's the suntan?
I ain't got no suntan.
We ain't got my money either, so I'm one of them myself. What are you doing? So tell me, what are you doing?
I'm looking for the money, Sonny. Don't worry.
I am worrying, Tommy. That's my style because I seem to have this problem in my life with unreliable people. Don't be an unreliable person, Tommy, please. Do us both a favor. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
One thing puzzling me. What's with Quentin? I don't know. I always kind of liked it. Quentin Vance. Vance? Your name's Lance Vance? Hey, I got enough of that at school. Lance Vance, poor bastard.
Oh, Cazpersky failed the phone call glitch, which is gonna not be that dramatic, but it's gonna cost him a couple seconds again. Just let Iguana pull ahead even more.
Okay, we're almost there. We'll make a couple of passes. I'll take out as many guns as you can. Then I'll set you down, and you're on your way.
not much Cazpersky can do to speed this mission up, so not much will change in the ranking unless Iguana messes up some of the shooting. It's unlikely, because both of the runners have made a replay over a clothing icon, and if we then play that replay on this flight, you will unlock a super shooting and super aiming while on this helicopter, and it makes the mission 100 times easier and faster.
The only risky thing is at the end, when he kills Lance, he could do it too early or too late.
Yes, and that would actually essentially soft lock the game, and then the runner would not be able to continue unless they got really lucky with the cars.
But I'm pretty sure they both got the timing for that down pretty well, yeah.
Yeah, once you know how that works, it's basically impossible to miss. Iguana with the fade out, that's 21:04.
Don't stick your nose in.
About a 20-second difference. Or did you mean the fade out after?
Gas at 21:33, so that is a 29-second difference.
Oh, that fade out, yeah.
Yeah, I meant to fade out in between Lance picking Tommy up and flying off. Like in the middle of the cutscene. So 29 seconds, a substantial amount if these guys run PB attempts, but this is a race and these runners will carry on, especially Cazpersky, because he is the one being 29 seconds behind, and anything can happen, and those 29 seconds can easily be gained back.
Yeah, that's just how races are. It's basically not over until it's over.
I think Iguana is going to pick up the sniper rifle, which he will actually use in only half an hour from now.
Tommy, it's me, Colonel Cortez. Look, senor, I believe you are a man who
And
can get
maybe
things
during
done.
bar brawl if he gets unlucky.
You can find me at the boat, huh?
Yes, let's do. And I'm wondering if Kaz is going to do the same. Yes, he is.
You going back home this summer?
Both runners being very well knowledgeable about the layout of this maze.
So Tommy, we know it was Diaz busted our deal.
It's a relatively simple path, I
The
believe.
more we learn now, the less we have to learn when we take this town over.
I like your style, man. Real fresh.
Yeah, it's not a very big maze. I see Iguana pulling up in yet another timed section. There is no way to speed it up or slow it down except for dying, which is really difficult.
Here's another occurrence of the glitch where you just fire a lot of bullets and very little.
Yes, and I think he activated that to skip some like fade out nonsense as well. I think Gas is not going to do the same. I'm not sure if it actually saves time now.
It used to not save time because you would just play the reap, but nowadays you also use it at the end of the mission. So where you move in the cut. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how this works nowadays.
want some of this?
Respond to attend 19 West Washington Beach. Respond to attend 71 West Washington Beach.
It's also somewhat important not to shoot that last boat too early, or Lance might get stuck on it,
Good
drive
shooting,
into a wall.
Yeah,
You're
I'll
real
flip the boat.
proper grade A lunatic.
Beach the boat.
See you around, Tommy.
Okay, Mr. Lance Vance
The
Dance.
iguana entering his helicopter off screen. And then once the cutscene ends, you can see him flying the helicopter, and that skips the blade up spinny times. Spinny up the bladey times?
And the time of running to the heli as well.
Yes. Cazpersky doing the same. Again, they move during the cutscene. Actually, we haven't explained this yet, have we? They move during the cutscene by playing a clothes replay just before the cutscene starts. And then when the clothes pickup goes in action, the cutscene will have started by then, and that will unfreeze the player movement, and then they can walk during the cutscene.
Yeah, it's the same thing as in the beginning of the game, where if two cutscenes happen and one ends, you can, while the other one is still going.
Yes. So the iguana making a replay over the cherry poppers buy icon. And we'll see that being activated later. Replays are an important part in this run.
Yes, because what started making this game look like, or making this run look like it is now, is that someone, Bastin2, found that you can actually buy stuff in a replay, and you can do that without spending money, and that just got the ball rolling, and everything was found after that. It's insane what happened from that until now.
Iguana nearly flipping the tank.
Also important to be careful here to not blow up your own helicopter with the tank. Because obviously you can shoot behind, and that makes the tank go faster because recoil. If there's a heli in the way, it's still gonna explode.
Probably the oldest trick in the book, to pointing the turret backwards.
Yes.
Yo, Tommy, it's Lance.
Yeah?
Oh, nice to hear from you, Lance. Come on, man, be cool, be cool.
I'm in the middle of something.
And what Iguana is doing here is he's shooting at cars, then he waits until the driver gets out and plays a replay. And what that does is it basically glitches the car and keeps it in memory. And the game can only spawn a certain amount of cars, so he just prevents more traffic from spawning, which clears up the streets and is very helpful.
Bit of a dodgy landing by Iguana there, but he got the phone call, so it's all good.
I might have a little result for you, but I need to speak to you in person.
It seemed he exited the helicopter a bit too early and fell to the ground a bit.
Yeah. Sometimes if you bail out a vehicle, it can like delay the phone call by another 15 seconds, and it's really awful. But that didn't happen, fortunately.
If you get completely unlucky and the heli just has some side momentum left, it could land on top of you, and which would result in your death, and that wouldn't be fun.
Both runners still being pretty close. Iguana consistently in the lead, but not by very much. Anything can happen. Cazpersky can overtake Iguana on this very mission if anything bad happens at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cazpersky has made up quite a considerable amount of time.
Yes, and Iguana had some minor time losses as well, like flipping that tank nearly. That's just one of the tanks the wrong way.
Difference seems to be about 12-ish seconds.
Thanks to you. You screwed up real good, Lance.
He killed my brother. What do you expect me to do, mow his lawns?
We're gonna have to take out that prick
Both
Diaz
players
before he
taking
takes
it
us
safe
out.
on
You okay to use a gun?
death row. Iguana
guess.
skipping the guy on top of
Nice
a
to
train
see
though.
you too.
Let's get out of here.
So I guess Cazpersky's last thing he wants is increase his lead or increase his whatever the opposite of a lead is, and falling further behind. So he plays it safe too.
Get patched up.
Beautiful
Keep it on the
landing
bridge
by
to Star
Iguana.
Island, okay?
Okay, I got you.
That was pretty clean there. It's really hard to land there because there's a lot of objects in the way.
So he got out and immediately back in the helicopter. It happened so fast you might have missed it. But he does that in order to prevent this helicopter from despawning later. And Cazpersky doing the same right now.
Yeah, because the game keeps up important vehicle lists of vehicles to not despawn, and if you're in a vehicle while a mission ends, it removes that from the list. So they get out and back in to get it back on the list. I mean, it might be slightly wrong, I don't know. If there's any code monkey
you
in
were
here, you
right,
can scream at me.
You were pretty much right. It doesn't remove any vehicle you're in at the list, only if that vehicle is either from the mission itself or a character from the mission has interacted with the vehicle. So in this case, Lance interacted with the helicopter, so that made that vehicle part of the mission, and therefore it was added to the mission cleanup list.
The more you know. Thanks.
This place is gonna be crawling with assholes. Be careful.
That is also the reason why on not the current mission Robout, but the mission after this, the Iguana can just and Cazpersky as well. The runners can just park the heli at the mall, and it will stay there until they get back there at Copland, because the helicopter isn't actually part of Shakedown because there's nothing interacting with it.
Ah, right. Makes sense.
Oh shit, goal split.
Nice.
Congrats.
And also, it took an embarrassingly long amount of time before people found that you can just walk in through the front. This mission used to be very dangerous with Lance randomly die.
Yes.
Until someone had the idea to try to clip through the door and it worked.
The clip can be very inconsistent though, but it's still gonna be better than last time.
It's a bit finicky sometimes, yeah.
My livelihood destroyed. Versetti, remember the name.
3 sons that are dead.
This was the Dan 71 Northwest Vice Point.
My store, my wonderful store.
And the reason you see the screen flash for both players here sometimes is that they just play a short replay, which is obviously quicker than a reload anyway.
Window display.
Yes, there's various ways of reloading the film actually. The slowest is the actual reloading animation. Another option would be to switch back and forth between another weapon.
Me.
Also, here's the first use for the grenades they picked up way back and got in it.
That's right, and you may notice an interesting glitch on Iguana's screen now, and in a few seconds on Cazpersky's screen as well. The world is not loaded, and that is because they played that Cherry Poppers replay that we saw them make earlier during Series 2.
Yes, and that means they are technically still in the mall, which comes in handy for
I've got a
Copland.
surprise for you. I'm down at recording studios with some major artists. Why don't you pass a
Because
visit?
even if they
You know it
enter the
makes
mansion
sense,
now
don't you?
and leave
See you
it
later.
back,
Yes, the game still thinks that these people are in the mall, despite them clearly not
And the
being.
car useless.
And in the mission after the current one, the one thing the game doesn't want you to do is to enter the mall, or it will give you a 5-star wanted level. But because the game thinks they're still in the mall, that will give them a 5-star wanted level, and you'd think, oh, that's bad, but no, it's not, because they need to have a wanted level, because they need to lure in some cops. And it's just amazing how all these like tiny things, like just warping out of the mall and buying cherry poppers, can actually help in so many ways. So many little things that took a lot of people to put two and two together.
Where the hell am I?
Respond to attend 90 in Central Washington Beach.
And no sniper needed for Iguana on this mission. Also, this was the second use of the grenades just before this. And very clean shooting by Cazpersky as well. No popped tires. Yes, Kaz has been consistently very close behind Iguana. The pressure is real for both runners, I'm assuming.
You catch my drift?
I reckon so.
All I'm saying is keep your eyes open, and you might find the perfect business opportunity. I'll catch you later.
Later, Avery. Okay, Lance, let's get the cops' attention.
Now that got them really irritated.
And here we go, the 5-star wanted level on Copelands that we mentioned earlier. It is 5 stars and the police can be very brutal, but they did glitch some cars, so that means that traffic doesn't spawn, and that includes most police vehicles. Still, there could be a police patrol or a barricade, like right there. That's some nice swirling Iguana to do there. But if there's a foot patrol officer, he can throw out spike strips, and if you get a pooped tire on this mission, it can be very disastrous.
Tie him up and gag him.
Ooh, fits perfectly.
Bit tight around the crotch, though.
Oh yeah, mine too, mine too.
This race is incredibly close. I want to take some preparations for the next race, but I have to watch this.
Okay, timers are set.
North 5 points.
He's going down right now.
We are getting close to the final part of this run. One mission left and then there's duping.
Hello?
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 Welcome, ladies and
I am
gentlemen.
here to,
Please welcome our co-commentator, English Ben.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Sonny.
That's right, Sonny. We're all
No, please,
friends.
no flash photography, please. Thank you.
Don't you want to be friends no more?
I've been busy trying to sort
Just
things
thought I'd come and
out.
stop by and see this epic race going on right
Oh,
now.
my fault, is it? Well, I've heard you've been busy, all right. Busy killing drug barons, busy taking over. Don't forget about us, Tommy, because I...
Who do you think's gonna win this?
I ain't forgot it.
Oh, that's a difficult question. Cazpersky has been so close behind Iguana, but Iguana just does not cave in, and he's consistently keeping the lead. These are two very top tier runners. I think. I think there's nothing is going to change, and I think Iguana will take this. But I certainly would not be surprised if I would be proven wrong.
Well, you definitely are going to be proven wrong because Cazpersky is the single greatest Vice City runner that has ever lived. This man had a 56 PB, skipped 55 and 54, and got a 53. Nobody has ever done that in the history of Vice City, to my knowledge. These guys are insane, but I think Kaz is ever so slightly more insane.
That is true, but we should not underestimate Iguana. After all, he does have a better PB than Cazpersky. So far, both of these runners have had an excellent run, though. There's the okay. Oh no! Cazpersky taking
Just
the
as
lead.
predicted. Just
Cazpersky
as
taking
predicted.
the lead.
My boy Kaz, let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the tables have turned, the tides have changed, the moon has become the sun. Cazpersky is now in the lead.
Zuma 2 better than Zuma 1, proven right now. Poland better than Estonia. Oh, Kaz getting cycled on the body armor though. Maybe should have just gone for it, honestly. 91 health is more than enough. It's very rare that you would die here on 91 HP. Maybe cut his very short lead in half right about now. Only maybe 5 seconds in it. Honestly, if both of these runners now have to do the double fade skip, that could actually decide who wins this race, which is insane.
Yes.
Whoever gets the most double fade skips. I think they should both go for it.
Yeah, because
But if
Cazpersky's
one of them
lead
does and one of them doesn't, then you will lose.
Yeah, so and Cazpersky's lead is so tiny that they're essentially tied.
Yeah, every second matters right now.
Yes,
So
Iguana hitting a
if Kaz
3.
chooses to go for it, and Iguana, or chooses not to go for it, and Iguana does, and he gets it, then Kaz will just auto lose this race. Thinking about it, actually, I don't know if Kaz ever learned CTC snipe. I know his PB doesn't actually have it, so Iguana might have a free 10 seconds on Kaz right there.
Ooh, that's going to be an important 10 seconds if what you say is true.
Yeah.
Maybe Cazpersky has learned,
That's even more of a
learned
reason. Yeah, maybe he's practiced it since he did his PB, but I know his PB definitely doesn't have it.
I wouldn't do that.
Let's
So
follow
Kaz not going for
closely.
the chainsaw or the fade skip. Iguana going for the fade skip.
This
Doesn't
is
get
going
it
to
the
be
first
interesting.
time. But he can win this race with the fade skip, but it is risky.
Cazpersky chainsawing the door.
Choosing to do it on the second dupe for some reason. But better than, better late than never. Maybe he realizes that he now needs to really start saving the seconds.
Yeah. It should be if one of them does the double fade skip and the other doesn't, then we should be able, because of how close it is, we will be able to see the difference increase or decrease in real time.
Iguana is very close there.
Yeah. Look at this. It's like shouting down a well and hearing the echo. Ooh, Iguana has pulled ahead.
Gets it that time. That is
Iguana has pulled ahead. These runners are
several
now
seconds saved right
tied.
there with every time he gets that. Yeah, that puts him about a second in the lead now.
Yes, look at that difference. Iguana pulling
Potentially
ahead
another
now.
couple of seconds saved here. Almost gets it again. That was very close. Very close. But that kind of duping does not lose time, even if you don't get it. As long as you don't lose the bike, then you're still even. So he's just losing the potential to gain more of a lead right now, but he's not losing any time.
I think that was 5.
Should be.
Sonny.
I did not count. This is too intense. Both runners, if it's not 5,
Gets
both
it again
runners
as
will
well.
be making. This is incredibly close.
So because Iguana got 2 of the fade skips, he's about 5 seconds ahead of Kaz right now, at least according to the stream. Yeah, but it all depends on the delay, because I don't know how delayed these guys are.
Yeah, Kaz.
Very close.
I think Kaz has an extra 2 seconds that he started late on my end.
Alright, okay. So Iguana should still be ahead.
Yeah, but oh, Iguana fell off or jumped off. He bounced and he had to bail.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Kaz back in the lead.
Kaz back in the lead. Will Kaz know how to do the snipe though?
Well.
Yeah, that is awful.
That is a huge time loss. He's gonna have to skip a lot of lines now. He is gonna have to skip like basically the whole phone conversation to get back in it. Oh, and he cancelled the call as well. Alright, this race might have just been. This race might have just finished. He has no call right now.
What's the problem, Lance?
Private business. You're not welcome.
It's you, my friend.
He does get it.
Private
Does get
business,
it.
you're
Okay.
not welcome.
Maybe he held the call. He held the call, I think.
Private business. You're not welcome.
He didn't hold it because he had to wait for it.
You've been making mistakes.
Tommy, I'm not your man.
Alright, so this race is still ongoing.
Don't screw up and we won't have any problems.
Yeah, and now because the lady is in a weird spot, he doesn't have time to skip as many lines as he's want to.
Stab you in the back.
I'm gonna unmute the stream to see what line he's on.
This is tough enough without you getting all
Kaspersky heading off.
Yeah, he's got to listen to several lines.
Do you hear me?
This is really bad for Iguana.
Oh, but Kaspersky got the popped tire.
Don't be like
Doesn't matter. That only costs you maybe 2 or 3 seconds if he goes to the paint.
Yeah, but still.
Take a few days
Iguana is losing so much time here.
That is true.
Kaz is still
That is true.
massively in the lead. Look,
still,
Iguana's gonna wait for the phone call to finish.
If Kaz doesn't know that sniper, that might gain Iguana something back as well, but will it be enough?
Potentially. I mean, Iguana could miss it for all we know.
That's true. Alright, is Kaspersky finishing the mission here?
Kaz should take this now.
We have
I think
2
even
missions
with
left.
even without CTC snipe, I think he should take it, assuming the rest of it goes well. He's gonna go to the paint spray here. Because you can walk back, it only loses you a couple of seconds.
Yeah, true, and you need to wait for that
Gotta
phone
wait for
call
the
that's
call
coming
anyway.
in. Yeah.
So the call should be coming in about now, so all he's gonna do is drive back, warp, and get off.
He's not warping.
You have to like go onto the road before, like you see how he's only in Little Havana now.
Yeah.
He didn't walk back though, so he is losing a bit more time.
Yeah.
You are supposed to walk back as soon as you see the green text there.
We got a situation over at Brentworth. You better go and
So
check
he
it
is
out.
only a couple of seconds ahead now, so if he doesn't do CTC snipe and Iguana gets it, Iguana might take the lead here because he didn't warp. Cost him an extra 4 or 5 seconds.
Okay, he's going for the snipe. Does he know how to do it? Yes. Yes.
See? Using Guywood's lineup. That looks good to me.
He got it. He got it. And Iguana. Iguana got it too. Both of them
10
departing.
shots.
I think Iguana caught up a little bit on him there, but...
Oh,
this
Iguana
is-
took 13 shots. He actually took longer.
Okay.
Because he cancelled a couple of them. So
Yeah,
Kaz
this is
still 4 or 5 seconds in the lead.
Still incredibly close though.
But yeah, if any one of these runners misses any snipe, the other one will just win. Kaz insta-snipe on the second to the guy. Same with Iguana, both insta-snipes. You have no idea how hard it is to kill those guys as fast as they are right now. It is unbelievably difficult.
Both finished Get the Collector at a decent pace. I think Kaz has got this, but there's one drive left.
Yep.
This is so close. This is even better than the race we had yesterday, was it? Or the day before?
And, I mean, this could come down to if Sonny dives for one of these guys.
Did Kaz not get the warp? Kaz is driving all the way to the mansion.
He's playing safe, I think.
And Iguana warped.
No, he
Iguana took the lead. Iguana took the lead. He didn't get the warp. Oh my god.
Did he not activate it? I don't remember.
I don't know what happened. It's so easy to miss because you just activate it. Like it takes like half a second to activate. Something can go wrong or you can forget. It's over.
Unless Iguana dies, it's done.
Yeah. Oh my god, this race.
Let me go back in the VOD. Let me see what Kaz did wrong.
Yes.
He should have won this.
I didn't play the replay, man.
He didn't play the replay down.
Yeah, I forgot to.
The biggest choke in Vice City speedrunning history. Not one input cost Kaz the race here, potentially.
That's just how it goes sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, one simple button press and you forget, so you know stuff can happen. And but holy shit, what an ending to this race, man!
This was probably up until before the warp the closest race.
No one to
I
cover
think this
your
was even
ass
closer
now.
than Menno's
Hey,
race.
Tommy,
It
you're
was like
going
3
down,
seconds
you
in it.
backstabbing prick. Oh, you think so?
Yes, yeah, I think now the lead is pretty big for Iguana. Not as big as, or a bit bigger than it was for Menno.
Not doing the warp there saves a good 10 seconds.
Yeah, you could see the massive difference, the
seconds.
massive time loss Kaz gained. You could see it just disappear. And it was so painful. And I think Kaz is going to cry himself to sleep tonight.
I would, honestly. If I lost to Estonia, I would definitely cry as well. But honestly, you got to give it up to Kaz as well for
fighting so hard, yeah.
Yeah, and playing as well as he did. This was one hell of a run.
You took 15
This
years
is actually going to be pretty close to Kaz's PB too, like only a few seconds off.
I own you, Tommy. Those 15 years were mine to spend. Get him, boys.
Like I think not doing that warp cost him the PB even. Because his PB is 53.58 and wow. And Iguana having just finished. Congratulations Iguana, you fought
GG.
well, man.
I think Iguana actually tied Kaz's PB.
And then Kaz following closely after.
God,
What
Tommy,
a
what
race,
happened?
what a race.
54.09 according to SS
looks
timer.
like
So
you ruined
he
your
went as
suit,
PB
and
by
Tommy, that
1
was a
second
beautiful
according
suit.
to that.
Tommy, what on
But to come
earth
within 1
happened?
second of your
Had a
PB
disagreement with
in
a
a
business
race is
associate.
unbelievable.
You know how it is.
Tommy, I have a disagreement.
Absolutely.
I send them an angry letter. Maybe I pee in their mailbox. I don't start World War III.
Great job to both
You know,
runners.
maybe you should
Absolutely. Congratulations
Yeah,
Iguana and
Tommy, I never
you
liked
too,
that guy.
Kaz.
407.
He's neurotic.
PSA,
he's
how could you
insecure,
go
he's
away during this
self-centered,
race?
The guy's
What
an
were you
asshole.
Yeah, man.
I was thinking
I
dinner.
don't think we're gonna be getting any
Nah,
more heat from
skip
up
dinner,
north
dude.
either.
For this pog race right now.
Because there ain't no up north
Yeah, that's not how it
anymore.
works.
It's all down south.
54, what did you say, Kaz?
Tommy, baby!
What do you think it means?
That we're in
Oh, what did
charge.
Iguana get on his splits?
53, 57.
10 seconds.
So Iguana 53.
10 seconds. That is insane. That
You know,
was
Ken,
nuts.
I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful business relationship.
What a rush of
You're a
adrenaline.
conniving, backstabbing, two-bit thief, and I'm a convicted
Kaspersky
psychotic killer
being
and drug
so
dealer.
close behind Iguana for the entire race and then pulling ahead and then the comeback again by Iguana. I can't believe what happened. I can't believe what I just saw here.
Yeah, Yola Dub saved me.
Yeah, those fade skips, dude. If you didn't get them, you would have lost even without Kaz getting the wall. You would have lost anyway.